Hello everyone, my name is Martin and welcome to the Mancunian Way, where today we are going to talk all about Manchester City versus Arsenal in the Premier League. Saturday, 12:30 kickoff, and believe it or not, it is on the TV. Yes, it should be on, I think it's BT Sport. It will be on this Saturday. City, once again, back to an early kickoff, 12:30. It's going to be a good one. City versus Arsenal, it always is. Now, what I'm going to do for you now is go through our last 5 results that we have actually had against Arsenal. Now, the last time we played Arsenal was Manchester City 3, Arsenal 1. That was back in February of 2019. Then there was the next one, the very early game, Sunday. It was a Sunday, 12th of August, and it was again Arsenal 0, City 2 from the Emirates. I remember Razzmatazz getting one in that game. I think it was like the first or second game of that season. Then there was the one, 2018, I think it was around about, looking at it, yeah, it was Thursday the 1st of March. Again, Arsenal 0, City 3. City comfortable winners down at the Emirates. Then there was the one on bonfire night, 5th of November, and that finished City 3, Arsenal 1. City do like to get 3 goals against Arsenal, as you can see from these last few results. And then our final result against Arsenal, I'm only going to do the last 5 results in the Premier League. Please remember, these results are all in the Premier League, and that is Sunday, the 2nd of April, 2016-17 season, and that finished in a stalemate. Arsenal 2, City 2. So yeah, 5 games in the Premier League, and City have not been beaten once. The last time City got beat by Arsenal was the FA Cup semi-final, and we all remember that day. Well, some of us have tried to forget it, but we can't. It was a disappointing result. But generally, over the last 5 years, Manchester City in the league have done tremendously well against the Arsenal boys. Remember, Mikel Arteta, this is apprentice versus the master. Can't wait for it. So Manchester City and Arsenal have played each other 172 times in the Premier League. Manchester City have run out 47 times winners. Arsenal have run out 83 times winners. So that is nearly double the amount of wins that Manchester City have got against Arsenal, with 42 stalemates, 42 draws. So when you look at the actual Premier League history of City versus Arsenal, Arsenal have certainly got the upper hand over the last course of the Premier League. But over the last, as I said previously, 5 seasons, it has all been the Blue Boys from Manchester who have had the upper hand. Now, another little stat that I found very, very interesting was that Arsenal are currently on their worst start to a season ever. 118 seasons, 0 goals, 0 points. I found that a really, really interesting fact, because you would think that that is an astonishing one. Worst start ever. I know it's only been 2 games, I understand that, and I understand Arsenal have had a lot of injuries and they've had a lot of players out, which we'll go into next bit when we talk about the availability and the team news for each team. But remember, 0 goals, 0 points. Will Manchester City make it even worse? We'll have to wait and see for Saturday. Also, the last 3 games for each club is absolutely the same. Arsenal, 1 win, 2 losses. City, 1 win, 2 losses, if you do include that Community Shield game. We've lost against Tottenham, we won against Norwich in that 5-0 absolute mauling in our first game. Back home, front of fans at the Etihad, and we're back at the Etihad again this Saturday. So, recent history is all in favour of Manchester City. Overall history is Arsenal and the Gunners that have not been the ones shooting blanks. They've been sending out their firing squad against the Blues and putting us quite damaging to the Swords. Remember, they've got nearly double the amount of wins that we have over them. So Arsenal have been busy boys in this transfer window. Yes, Mikel Arteta has been backed. They are factually, as of now, the biggest spenders in the 21-22 transfer summer window. So one thing Arsenal can't say is Mr. Stan Kroenke has not backed his man. They have brought in some players known as Tavares from Benfica, young left back. They brought in Lacongo from Anderlecht, another youngster. They've spent £50 million on Brighton centre back Ben White, and they've also dropped £30 million plus add-ons on Aaron Ramsdale, a good young up-and-coming goalkeeper. And they've just recently closed a deal for former loanee of theirs, Martin Odegaard, from Real Madrid for a cool 31.8 million. So Mikel Arteta has been a backed boy this. Now, as we know, the current rumours are a certain CR number 7 could be on his winging his way to Manchester City. No, that's not a pun, but he very much could be. But we'll get into that in another video. And also, as we know, Man City have completed the £100 million record-breaking deal for any Premier League player for Jack Grealish. So both teams have been busy spenders this summer. Arsenal, a little bit more than us. We've sort of splashed it on one player. Arsenal have spread their I think it's roughly 127 million, around a little bit on 4 or 5 good young players. And that's what I like about Arsenal. They brought good, young, hungry players. Now, team news. What I'm going to say is John Stones is very much a doubt so far due to fitness. At the moment, KDB. Now, if you do believe Martinez, the Belgian manager, he did say earlier, I think it was this week, that Kevin De Bruyne is definitely out at the weekend. But remember, Pep Guardiola said he was definitely out against Spurs and came on did 30 minutes or so. But if you do remember, it is Martinez who has now said, due to Kevin De Bruyne coming on against Tottenham, it aggravated the niggle or the knock that KDB had. So he's going to be out, or a major doubt, shall we say, for the Arsenal game. As we know, Phil Foden definitely out, but until we get to Pep's press conference, we will not know who else is going to be out. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to move on to my team lineup, and I will give you my final prediction. I'm going to go, it's got to be said, the goalkeepers, quite easy to guess into. No, not Zach Steffen, not Scott Carson. It's Steady Eddie himself, Edison, the Brazilian number 1. Well, should be number 1, should I say. Nah, listen, should be Edison. But Edison will be in goal for Manchester City. I think Zinchenko will be the left back. Laporte, we know he's going to start again, so we will have Laporte and Diaz as our centre-back pairings. And I think Kyle Walker will retain his place at right back. Then we're going to move into that CDM, which I think will be Rodri. The Manchester City version of Busquets will be starting at CDM. Then I think it will be Sergio Aguero. I wish he's gone, unfortunately. Ilkay Gundogan alongside Bernardo Bubblegum Silva, as long as he's still not wanting to leave the club or in the middle of finalising any kind of a move. But I think that might be a bit too late now in this market. So I think Bernardo Bubblegum will start alongside Ilkay. Then I think it will be Gabriel Jesus on the right. You can't drop him after last week. What a performance. And he has said midweek that he now sees himself as a winger and no longer a striker. I think it will be Jack Grealish on the left. And then in the middle, I think it will be Ferran Torres. Yeah, Ferran Torres will continue his role as that false 9. And hopefully we'll see what happens by the close of play on the 31st of August at 11 p.m. So yeah, score prediction. I'm going to go for a very close and cagey game because I do think Arsenal are going to have players back. Lacazette looks like he's going to be fit again after playing some minutes against West Brom in the Carabao Cup. Patrick Aubameyang looks like he's going to be returning as well. You're going to have Martin Odegaard, could be making his full debut for the Gunners as a full Arsenal player, no longer a loanee. But we do know Ben White is out for getting coronavirus. So we wish him a speedy recovery and all the best here at the Mancunian way. So, but with all that playing in mind, score predictions: Manchester City 2, Arsenal 1. I think City will get another 3 points, 2 out of 2 at home, and we march on going forward. And yes, 2 wins out of 2 at home. What a way to start the season. It puts that little slip up at Tottenham at the back of our minds. But like we said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So that's my preview against Arsenal. Let us know in the comments what you think. Will it be a close game? Give us your startings 11s. Give us your score predictions. And remember, if you're going to do it anyway, do it the Mancunian way. The only way we know. See you in the next one, Blues.